afternoon in the Bay State of Massachusetts. EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New England Patriots. Dances by him, and they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On play action, May. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Douglas. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 33-yard line.
This second and 4. May now off the bootleg. Short pass caught by Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll throw with May. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now second and 9. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Steelers' 24-yard line.
Second down and a yard. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this one is right through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Looking to put a drive together. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Back to Gainwell here on second down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he stopped immediately there. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 35. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Here's a screen with Gainwell. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
In motion goes the tight end. Rodgers again now. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. Now Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. in for a Steeler touchdown. Calvin Austin, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Nice little juke. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. To the air, May setting up a screen for Stevenson. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
The tight end, Henry, here in motion. They'll try the left side with Stevenson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. It looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt. You can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that and made the play.
Throwing here is May. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Play action. May. Got a man. It's Keyshawn Boutte. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
At the Steelers' 25-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. Now 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's May. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle.
And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Patriots are able to move back in front.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Patriots take over. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll send the tight end in motion. To throw, it's May. And Diggs has it. And he goes out right around the 39.
Stephon Diggs. Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle. Here's Stevenson. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Looking to throw. May. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
They toss it to Warren. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Trying to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
And his throw here is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, they went for all the marbles there on that long pass. He caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
So difficult, isn't it? Because you have so many things you're going through on that play, trying to get open, trying to catch the ball, and still get your feet down to complete the process of the play. Not successful on that attempt.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2nd and 13. They set up the screen for Stevenson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
From the gun on 3rd down is May. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. New England's offense set to go.
23-yard line.
And the drive drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's made. Down the right sideline. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Stephon Diggs, 76 yards. And the Patriots have moved out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys were set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well-designed, and it's a quick first down.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Rodgers going to throw. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The leg work there, getting him to first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Complete to Austin here over the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown,
Calvin Austin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Boswell for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece.
That ties the game at 17.
Chris 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. New England trying to get a place on offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, May with it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll throw with May. Complete, Hunter Henry with a grab. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Like it's been as negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To the air, May. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
For the Patriots.
And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he goes out right around the 39. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
To throw is Rodgers. Completes it to Austin. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd and 6.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
Austin is there and brings in another one. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The 4 receivers said here on 3rd down, they're going to spread the field and make you play sideline to sideline, make you defend every blade of grass. Good spacing there offensively as they get the completion and the first down.
On the give, it's Warren. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On play action, it's Rodgers. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Kayvon Chason, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. looking to put a drive together. It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half two.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one as he just did there.
Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Throwing here is May. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
And 6 yards.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
On play action, May. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's May. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And on 4th down, honors the punt team, sending this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room.
Staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Patriots. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And Diggs has it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Looking to throw. May. They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here's May. They set up the screen for Stevenson.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
They'll look to throw again. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
That's big. Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total. A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
Starting things out with a give to Gainwell.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Rodgers. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Rodgers with a keeper. And he will have a Steelers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
It's no accident they've been moving the ball well all game long. This offensive line has done an excellent job adapting to everything the defense is throwing at them and creating holes for their runners.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's caught. It's Kenneth Gainwell. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in?
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw, it's Rodgers. This one into the hands of Metcalf. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. In motion, the tight end. Throwing is Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll find Metcalf. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
On play action, Rodgers. Complete to Austin here over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A handoff for Warren. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go.
And now it's third down.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Rodgers now on third and goal. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Great defense there on third and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to break our fourth quarter tie. Boswell's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So the Patriots coming out now. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
They run once more with Stevenson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
They'll throw with May. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
Gets past one man. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And the Patriots are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And they go play action with May. And he wisely will throw that one away. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll try and run, Stevenson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long fourth and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
Looking to put a drive together.
They start the drive here with Gainwell.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's 1st and 10. To the air, May.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Throwing here is May. Well, that'll be incomplete. And he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
This one left side caught by Gibson. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Rodgers to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw, Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw is Rodgers. This one finds Austin out right. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
First down.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Here's a screen with Gainwell. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
2nd and 6 at the Patriots' 8-yard line.
They'll come up now on second down. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Patriots 20.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. So the Patriots now down 27-20, a little over 30 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll go underneath here to Stevenson. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. They'll look to throw. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This ball, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.